Star Wars this week with The Mandalorian and this episode have gone 0 for 2. Take the L, Disney. This is just garbage storytelling. G'day guys and welcome to Raging Rhino. It's time for episode 13 of season 2 of The Bad Batch. This episode is called Pabu, I think you say it, I don't exactly know. Now, if it's anything like last week's episode was a decent episode. Now, I do want to preface it again by saying that it is Disney Star Wars, it is Disney canon, and of course, that's not the real canon, that's not real Star Wars. However, it was a decent story in isolation, it told a good story around Crosshair, really got you thinking, or, you know, they were able to show how he was thinking quite well in regards to whether or not he actually made a mistake in regards to going back to the Empire. Now, I wonder whether or not we're going to actually get more filler episodes going forward, or whether or not these last couple of episodes are actually going to connect and tell a good story. Well, we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, let's get straight into this. If you are new here, you get to see some of my reactions from the episode, and then you get to hear my review and my thoughts at the very end. Let's get into this. We going back to another brothel? Doesn't look like it. They just love sliding shit across that table.
She's a liberator of ancient wonders.
Oh, shut up, Omega.
You know, Omega was pretty impressive back there.
Yeah, she was.
Head to these coordinates, Brown Eyes.
So trust her then. I'd like to know how they met up with her again when their contact for her was Sid. Oh, this is nice.
It's not all you brought.
It's Fat Mace Windu.
You'll probably hate it. It'll be great.
I already hate it. Is this just an episode for Omega to make a friend? They're like monkeys. Star Wars sushi. Look at the sushi rolls. There's no purpose for this episode. I understand what they're trying to do, but don't tell a story about the Bad Batch if they're just gonna make them settle down. Ugh.
I never really thought about it.
Oh, this is lame. What, all the lights turn on?
Pretty spectacular.
What is it? Just an earthquake? What is it, like a tsunami warning? Oh, yep. Fucking big tsunami.
We have to jump! Hey!
That's not a good idea. It's kind of lucky that there was that hole in the wall. Is that it? Thank God it's over. What kind of episode of Star Wars was that? It's basically just the Bad Batch crew wanting to settle down and give Omega some friends and a bit of a life. It starts off with them trying to get this thing, whatever this thing is, some rare artifact that they go to trade credits for, and then the people that are trading with them try and kill them with poison and then try to kill them with slugs, and they basically just get out of there, shoot their way out, and then Sid threatens them, and then they go to Pabu, which is like, I don't know, this chick's homeworld or something, and there's heaps of refugees and stuff like that, and people that just try to escape the Empire, and the Empire doesn't really care about this place because they don't really know about it. It's just this isolated little place, and they don't have a lot of technology or anything. They're no threat or anything like that. And Omega becomes friends with the mayor's daughter. The mayor just says like, yeah, I know everyone. Then they eat some sushi. There was an earthquake, which creates a tsunami. And that's it. That's the episode. And then by the end of the episode, they decide to help and stay and help them rebuild. So it makes me wonder how long they're going to be here. It's like I was saying through my reactions there. If you're going to tell a Bad Batch story, tell a Bad Batch story. But if they're just going to find somewhere to hide out and just live normal lives, and that's really the intention, then there is no point putting this together. Now, I do think that they're going to, of course, get busted or something by Sid and her threats because they just left her without saying goodbye or anything like that. So I think that's going to come back to bite them. I do feel like they're probably going to find out from maybe Echo or Rex what's happening to Crosshair, and that's going to draw them out again. Maybe they might leave Omega here while they go and do that. That would probably be better if they did. But knowing Disney Star Wars and being that it's got to be babysitters in space, they'll probably just take Omega along for the ride and put her life at risk and all of that sort of thing. This episode just was so lame and boring and stupid. Star Wars this week with The Mandalorian and this episode have gone 0 for 2. Take the L, Disney. This is just garbage storytelling. And I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it so that the Bad Batch, they do want to get away from this life of running from the Empire, but also trying to have to make credits and, be these bounty hunter sort of style characters. And because they've got the kid and they've got to take care of the kid, and, they even mention when Omega's laughing at one point there, I've never heard her laugh like that, or it's been a long time since I've heard her laugh like that.
Have not heard her laugh like that in some time.
She's just having fun, making friends. What a lame... What has Star Wars become? Like, honestly, what has Star Wars become? I don't like calling this Star Wars because it doesn't even feel or look or sound like Star Wars. It is purely Star Wars in name only. And it makes me sick to think how George Lucas feels about how his IP has been treated. No doubt he's not watching any of it, because if he did, he'd probably neck himself. God, how lame can you get? That's pretty much it, guys. I don't even know what to say about this anymore. Last week's episode, like I said, it was a decent episode in Disney's canon, which is fucking bullshit anyway. But it was a decent episode. So in my eyes, we've had 13 episodes of The Bad Batch this season. And to me, there's literally been 3 episodes and 2 storylines that have actually been decent. It was last episode with Crosshair and him having his second thoughts in regards to the Empire and, being a part of that faction and making friends with Mayday and all of that. That was pretty good isolated story. And the other story is the senators trying to get the clones, to retire and give them a good life because they've served the Republic in the way that they've served the Republic. And that was the mid-season doubleheader that they had. And that wasn't a great 2 episodes, but it was decent enough. It told a decent enough story. But then we come back to this filler garbage bullshit. We got, 3 episodes left or something? And they've got to wrap up this season in 3 episodes when we've had a bunch of filler crap and garbage? I understand why we had that episode with Sid and the riot racing episode, because they wanted to set up that Sid isn't a person to be trusted, and that's going to come back to bite them. But you didn't need to set it up with that episode. Honestly, they could have set that up with exactly what the dialogue was in this episode, with that black chick telling them that, Sid's a good ally to have, but to work with and become close with and all of that sort of thing, probably not the best thing. But no, they had to have a whole episode to tell us that. This season has just been crap. The season of The Mandalorian's been crap so far. Star Wars is just crap at the moment. That's my thoughts on it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next week for fucking episode 14. My God, is it going to be any good? Later, guys.